Hi Harry, just your thoughts after that?
Yeah, we haven't quite made it as easy as we'd like so far in this comp, but yeah, hopefully we can have a slightly easier run starting with Italy on Monday or whenever it is when we play. But yeah, we haven't quite played our best cricket yet, but we're in a strong position at the minute.
Just before I get to Tom, why do you think that is? Why do you think you've not played your best cricket yet?
I don't know, just things haven't seemed to have clicked so far yet, but you don't want to start that too early in competitions like this, and hopefully, like I said, that can be the start of it against Italy when we play them in a couple of days.
And just on Tom, fantastic composed knock, sort of the way he batted sort of belied the situation you guys were in, really anchored the innings. Seemed like that might have been his best innings for England as well. You must be delighted with how he went. Yeah,
awesome. I'm good mates with Bance as well, so it's nice to see him have success on the field. And yeah, he slid into that number 4 role beautifully there and played the situation and the conditions perfectly. So he deserves all that success.
We'll go Simon and then Matt, and then we'll open it up to everyone else.
Hi. The match really seemed to turn on 4 overs of spin in Scotland's innings. The first 4 overs of spin, they punished quite heavily, and then when the spinners came back, they kind of fell apart. How do you explain that?
Well, we thought it was time for a little bit of a change. Rash and Dorse got a little bit of tap, but they just played it very well. In all honesty, they were hitting the gaps and they were taking their options on very well. And thankfully, we broke it up with a little bit of pace in there from Sam and Jammer. And yeah, it was the right decision to bring the spinners back on after that.
Can you just talk me through your scoop? How do you feel that's working? Do you think you overuse it maybe sometimes?
I've only played it once in the last year or so, and it was tonight. So no, that was exactly where I wanted the ball. Unfortunately, I hit it high on the bat, and it didn't go. Another day, I hit it for 6.
Can you just talk through the decision to pick Tom as a number 4? That obviously he bats higher up the order, mostly in domestic cricket. Whose call was that? When was it made? What was the thing? I assume the thinking was him against spin is something very good.
Yeah, he's awesome against spin. His stats are up there with some of the best in the world, and you can't really break Joss and Salty up. I know that they haven't started the way that they'd like to, but their partnership at the top is phenomenal. So yeah, we wanted to slide Bance in there, and number 4 was only really the option.
And you've played in 2022 when you lost a game early to Ireland and then went on and won the tournament, and you played in 2024 when you lost a few games early and it probably didn't go. You got to the semi-finals, but I don't think you really hit where you wanted to get to. Is there a way you can ensure this goes like 2022 and not like 2024?
Oh, you never know. It's a long way away yet, but we've just got to keep on trying to play as good cricket as possible. Like I said a minute ago, we haven't played our best game yet, but when it all clicks, and hopefully it does, there will be it'll be a good result.
Is there anything from 2022 that you look back on and think that really worked and helped us kick on or turn it around from struggles early on?
I think it's more the belief. I said the other night as well, we've been in this situation before where we have lost a game early, and World Cups aren't always smooth sailing, and you're never going to just go through all the way without losing a game, apart from India a few years ago. But we've had that loss, and hopefully that's the last one.
Richard, please, I'll take a couple more.
Harry, you had a really good build-up to this tournament, which is sort of incongruous, I guess, with what you're saying now about not quite getting going. What are the differences in the conditions that you faced in Sri Lanka to here, if there are any? Could you just sort of explain what those might be?
It is very similar. The Sri Lankan pitch is probably spun a little bit more and kept a little bit lower, but all in all, it's very similar. The wicket tonight was a very good pitch, and the scores probably don't lay up with how the pitch should have played, but the surfaces are very similar and probably a little bit more spin in Sri Lanka.
And just another word on Tom, in terms of his composure, is that something that he's added to his game? Has he become more mature? I mean, his first couple of runs in the side, he was almost getting out when he was in, but now he seems to be going through to that 4th and 5th gear.
Yeah, he just said to me there he didn't want to give them a sniff. As soon as he got in, he didn't want to give them another opportunity of them winning the game, and I thought he played that game perfectly there. To come off with 60 odd not out and match-winning performance was awesome to see, and hopefully that can give him a lot of confidence going forward into the Italy game, and then hopefully into the Super 8s.
Just finally for me, in tournament cricket, you're within a touching distance of that next stage now. Will you look to give everyone a game in this tournament? How do you think about going forward to try and get deeper into the tournament? Will you look to give other people a game on Monday?
We've had this conversation. We want to be able to pick a side depending on the surface and the opposition. If we'd have won against West Indies, then we might have had that option. But I think we've just got to pick the best side possible going forward, and just make sure that we get through the Super 8s.
This gentleman here, Richard, is in front, and then we'll go on this side.
Hi Harry, congratulations on your win. But the run chase, you definitely would agree with me that it has not been the most fluent run chase. So what's your thought in the upcoming matches, and particularly when the tournament will be getting much more competitive in the later stage? What's your thought on that? And my second question is that when Richie Berrington was adding the runs for the third and fifth wicket, suppose. What was your thought? Did you think that it was just 1 wicket away and maybe the collapse will follow through?
The run chases haven't been as straightforward as we'd have liked to. We obviously lost to West Indies. They probably got 15, 20 too many, and then tonight we're just losing wickets really. And like I said a minute ago, you don't want to start off on a high in world competition. You want to kind of build it up, and hopefully we can start that trend from the confidence we built tonight and into Italy. And then, sorry, what was your second question?
Richie Berrington's wicket. I mean, after that, follow-up wickets have followed through. So, did you anticipate that you were just 1 wicket away from the follow-up wickets of Scotland?
Yeah, he played beautifully. He was attacking two of our best bowlers and looking to put them under pressure, and it was a matter of just changing it at that time and bringing Sam and Jammer back on in the middle there. They had a couple of quiet overs, and then it was time to go back to the two spinners who thankfully got a couple of breakthroughs.
Hi Harry, you captained as an under-19 player, Tom, when you were captain. So of course you know him for a long time, as you said. Could you just explain over the last 5-6 years what sort of evolution you have seen from him from a teen to being out of the team? And I know you have spoken about it in other media, but for the non-English media, we may not be aware of how you have seen his transformation since the first days you captained him.
He's obviously matured as a player, as we've seen tonight. The way that he's chased that total down there, single-handedly really, with a couple of cameos in there with Bethel and Sam. But he's played it beautifully. Obviously, everybody in the world knows that he's a very good reverse sweeper of it. So he's had to adapt his game a little bit to hit in different areas to stop them, because they try and stop him from hitting that reverse sweep. But he's a powerful player. He's got long levers. He can hit the ball out of any ground, and he's shown that tonight. And he was saying he felt like Mark Watt at that time was his matchup, so he fancied trying to take it down, and that's a good sign as a middle order batter when you feel like you're on top and your matchup comes on to try and really hit them home, and he did that perfectly tonight.
And is that where like a captain-player relationship kind of matters? Because as you said, he's originally an opener. He's batted in different places, but for you as the captain, and maybe with a few support staff members, realizing and understanding that yes, he could be a number 4, and the captain, someone like you, swashbuckling like you, being at number 5, is it that kind of relationship of knowing someone inside out that helps you make a decision like that, or is it just the glut of runs and his form that makes you decide something like that?
A bit of both. He obviously had a really good ILT20 last year, I think it was. He got a couple of hundreds, but in a different role. But like I said, Joss and Salty at the top are devastating to a lot of teams. They obviously haven't fired yet, but when they do, it's going to be awesome to watch. And Bant's just slid in at number 4 perfectly. He's good against spin, and he can hit it all the way around the ground. So it was the ideal position for him going forward. And we've obviously got Jaxie in there as well, who's never really batted in the middle order, but we saw tonight he can come out and hit massive sixes as well. So it's just about having them conversations and trying to get to know your role a little bit better.
Thank you.
And the last one here, please.
Your team has now played 3 matches, and T20 is all about going for it right from the beginning, but you have 2 explosive openers in Salt, and in fact they have done very well here, the Eden Gardens, 2 seasons back in the IPL. So you are trying to hit your way into the thing, but what is happening? There's some sort of a tentativeness, that sure-footedness is not quite there. What do you think? You haven't arrived there, or It's just the wickets and the conditions.
Oh, we got off to an absolute flyer against West Indies. I think we were on 40 off 2 overs nearly. So I slightly disagree with that. Salty got us off to a flyer against them, and yeah, Joss always gives himself a few balls, and probably tonight was the lack of pace. It wasn't as easy to just slide it off and hit it through point or behind square on. But yeah, unfortunately they haven't quite fired yet. But that's not. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think there's a long way to go in this tournament, and if they get firing at the right time, then we'll be in a really good place.
You'd rather peak gradually than.
Exactly. Yeah, we'd rather not start amazing and finish amazing than start amazing and finish bad.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much.